That's how the life is. It's not like, we had bad karmas or anything like that. That's how life is.
You
You
don't
just have to
choose.
learn to deal with the problems.
Hi Meenu.
Hello, Sanjana.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. Since we met, I've always been very, very impressed by your sensitivity, and then we've always kind of got along very well, talking and I've seen that. And once you told me, and I was actually surprised, you would say, when you told me that, when you were born, after a few months, your mom passed away. And I'm like, how did you grow up to be such a sensitive and a complete human being without the guidance of your mom, which is very important for a girl.
Yeah.
But something, you were absorbing, or you had some support system.
Mm-hmm.
So in that situation, can you help me understand how that happened?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I was very young when I lost my mom, and even before she passed away, she had been sick for a long time.
Okay.
I was practically 4 years old when she fell sick.
Okay.
And she wasn't, doing well even before that. So she had been sick since I was born.
Okay.
So over the period of, it was just deteriorating further. So
You were the youngest baby.
youngest, yeah. My brothers are much older than me.
Okay.
Eldest one 12 years, and then 10 years, and then 8 years older.
Okay. So they were all three boys, and then you were born.
Yeah.
So you're the only girl in the house, right?
Yeah, my mom absolutely wanted a girl. So anyway, I think growing up, I was pretty much raised by my dad, especially when my mom passed away. After
How
that.
old were you?
I was 9 years old when I lost my mom, and I was 4 or 5, and she started, getting sick, and it was just. I practically have no memories of my mom. That's where it stands, because she was always on bed. So I think being the youngest one and being a girl, I was always very girly by heart. It's just that's how I am.
The dolls and the stuff and like that?
I just had those girly, I had to dress up like girls. Being surrounded by guys, one could easily switch because that's how you see them. But I had this, I think I do have a bit of a strong personality, the way I think.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be like girls, wear skirts and dresses and all that. But not having a mother, how it was different in the sense that I think I was raised more by my brothers and then my dad. My dad was obviously, he lost wife at a very young age. It was difficult for him to cope up with that. It took him years and years to to understand that life has to move on. But he definitely was trying. But I think I was practically raised by my brothers more, and my brothers, even though they are older than me, but still back then a different mindset, right? They were very modern because they were young. So they had this in mind that she's our baby sister, so we want her to be happy because that was important. So their modern outlook and fact that we had we didn't have mother, we were just learning together. The important thing was that we would just try to make each other happy, including our dad. We would my brothers would always think about our sister has to do what she thinks is right under certain boundaries, of course. But then I was like, for example, there was a big deal for me. I was 12 years old and I was given a credit card.
Wow.
Do whatever you want kind of thing, you know. So
So they were kind of one spoiling you a little bit, with some parameters. You said.
yeah, but I think for me, and there was a change because not having mother, I was always very mature. You know, I didn't have those typical back then the teenage time girly thing. You know, you just oh my god, I don't know what to do. People take care of me. I just didn't have that in me. I was always very mature,
Independent. Yeah.
you know, starting college, you know, have boyfriends and all. No, I don't have time for all that. Sometimes it's just too sad. You know, when you have a breakup, you have to go through that sad state. I don't want to deal with all those things. I just knew in my mind that's how I am, and you can't change it. That is how I am.
You were born with those
Yeah.
qualities, that you could
So I'm not gonna get into
understand
that.
things clearly.
Yes,
Right? Yeah.
exactly. And given that, you know, life is difficult. You know, early on I realized life is difficult. You know, as growing up, when my mom was sick, my dad was the only earning member. It wasn't that easy to, you know, take care of a sick wife and then having 4 kids.
Yes. Yeah.
But then, you know, then my brother started working and we really had a lot of money. That didn't make us happy. Right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, the fact that you lost a family member,
Yeah.
that's the biggest loss, and nobody can.
Nobody can.
And money and any
Money
comfort,
cannot buy
anything
happiness.
cannot replace.
So I think मेरे लाइफ के फंडे थोड़े डिफरेंट हो गए थे उससे. Still different. The way I look at it, I just feel that live life as if there's no tomorrow. I mean, you know, even I lost my dad he was quite young too. So I just feel that, you know, these moments are so precious. Hang on to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what, जैसे गीता में भी बोलते हैं कि बहुत पीछे का नहीं सोचो, बहुत आगे का नहीं सोचो, आज का सोचो.
Yeah.
मोमेंट में एंजॉय करो, जो भी मोमेंट है, राइट?
Yeah.
So जो भी प्रेजेंट को, राइट?
Yeah.
That's more important. Obviously we plan for the future and we miss our past or memories of past or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So to your
so
point.
issues जैसे होते थे, जैसे अब टीनेजर्स में या टीनेज में या कुछ भी, then usually brothers के साथ share करती थी, or you had like some
I had my buas and all. They would
Okay.
visit us on and off.
Okay.
And they would. My dad's older sister. They would spend time with us. But of course, you know, they're visitors, right? They're still guests.
Still guess. Yeah.
So
because they have their own kids, their own families.
they have their own priorities. And I was very comfortable with my brothers and my dad. That's where my comfort level was. And you know, my just like you know how Ajay said about Shafali and Sarisha, you know, my brothers were like that too. You know, let's help each other out. We want to make sure that there is, you learn everything that you need to.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
don't hesitate. Talk to us. It's okay. You know, I was struggling initially, you know, and with periods and all those things. I was just not getting a hang of things, right? And there was no one to help out. You know, we would all research and okay, what's the right way to do it. It was it was an interesting journey we had, and we learned. You know, of course, you know, we had very open communication that way, and that's the reason I'm very close to my brothers.
And that way, you know, that way you're blessed, because sometimes brothers would be like, okay, you know, I'm a boy, I'm not going to,
Right.
you know.
No, they were like, I mean, you know, there were some of those moments when I started college. My brothers were like, make sure you have boyfriends, okay? No, I don't want to.
That's like.
That's nice, you know, at least. So there was a support system which made you who you are then, right?
Yeah.
So they were responsive to you, they were there for you, they
Yeah.
took care of everything, and that way, you know, even though they were also missing mom, right?
Yeah, we were all coping with
missing
it.
everyone, but they, you know, basically that became like a bonding kind of thing, right? We have to be together,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
We have to be united in this situation so the family can grow and everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are certain things which, of course, I miss, and I think that's a void that will remain
That will
forever.
always be.
But
Yeah.
like we all say that, right? Oh, I do this. I just like my mother. Just I don't have any comparison there. I do that with my girls too. Right? Some of the
Yeah.
things Sarisha
Yeah.
is like me or Shafali is like me, but I don't have any comparison. But we all
Yeah.
moved on. I think we all learned, like you said. I'm as sensitive as any other person.
Yeah.
So I think it's your upbringing,
Yeah.
your environment.
And also being open to, you probably were open to, you were okay with it, and being probably a inside happy person, you kind of absorb things better, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I think situations, different situations or hardships comes in different people's different hardships, right?
Yeah.
And then it's being open about it, or being okay, taking it as it is, and moving on from there, right?
That's how the life is. It's not like we had bad karmas or anything like that. That's how life is.
You
You
don't
just have to
choose-
learn to deal with the problems.
Which you did really good, and then that also is seen in how you're raising your girls, because that was a missing part in your life, and you are being providing and taking care of their needs, and even otherwise emotionally also, right? So
Yeah. I mean,
Because,
well, some of those moments when when Sarisha was born. So my bua, she got to know, she's like a second daughter. You know how it is back in India.
Yeah.
अच्छा 2 लड़कियां हो गई. My bua said, Meenu की 2 लड़कियां हो गई. Different बात है.
Yeah.
So that was just so rewarding.
Yeah.
but now it's different, because with girls, obviously with guys it's different, but with girls it's a different relationship, right? The bonding is different with the mother.
Yeah.
So
I'm definitely cherishing those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you so much, Meenu, for sharing. I know it's not, I've always, as I said, admired that about you, being the way you are, and despite it was a difficult, I think it's like the thought itself is scary, growing up, but you managed it with the support of your brothers and your dad, but thank you. Thank you very much.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah.
If you wanna talk about anything at all, then you know who to call. Just tell Sanjana. Tell Sanjana. Tell Sanjana. Tell Sanjana. Just tell Sanjana.